Well, we did it. It's finally the end of the semester, and just a few of us are still alive. This is my tribute to my classmates, myself, and our instructor for surviving Advanced Public Speaking 3320. During this speech, I'll speak the honest, brutal truth, and I'll tell you how I survived this class. I think that every single one of you can agree with me whenever I say this class was way harder than any of us thought it was going to be. Don't lie. You know you can relate when I say this class was pure torture at times. How many times did you go and sit down to do an assignment and realize that you have an outline due tomorrow that you haven't even started? Or what about in the middle of your speech of policy, you think everything's going great, you're about ready to wrap up the conclusion, you look down and realize that you're only 7.5 minutes into it. We've all been there at some point in this class, but not anymore. After Wednesday, we can finally enjoy our evenings once again. We'll be able to come home from work, prop our feet up, and not have to worry about that gut-wrenching feeling of, oh crap, I have an outline that I have to perfect. On a more serious note, this class has been a huge eye-opener for me in several different ways. Above all else, this class has taught me that when I want to give up most, to keep pushing harder. I remember signing up for this class thinking about how much fun it must be, and I thought that I was a really good public speaker, so it should be easy for me. I was wrong. Let's face it, this class isn't fun. It's hard. I had to stay up several nights past my bedtime, and I had to bug numerous people in order for them to let me get to present my speech. I also found out that I'm not as good of a public speaker as I thought that I was. I still have a lot of work to do. I remember February 11th very clearly. February 11th was the last day to withdraw from any of our classes. I remember thinking very seriously about just dropping this class and retaking it again at a different semester at a slower pace. But I didn't, because I knew that I would regret it later, and I knew that somehow I could do this. In spite of all the due dates, pressure, and feeling of hopelessness, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. I want to thank each and every one of my classmates for sticking in there with me through the end, but most of all, I would like to thank Dr. McIntyre. Now, before you go rolling your eyes thinking that I just want to suck up to our teacher for a good grade, it's more than that. I can't tell you how many times I felt hopeless in this class. But after talking with Dr. McIntyre, I would end the conversation feeling recharged, like she was able to extract something out of me I never even knew that I had. I've never had a teacher that is willing to jump on Skype without notice to answer questions, and to be honest, they were probably questions I would have been able to find myself if I had just done the reading. She never once seemed annoyed or superior because she's been through this more times than we can count, but yet thoughtful and understanding. I can really appreciate that because, to be honest, I don't know that I would be standing here talking to you guys if it had not have been for reassurance alone. Lastly, I would like to thank each one of my classmates. How many people did we start out with? Like 20? And look at how many people are here now. I counted 5 people that had posted this speech before me, so including me, that's 6. That says a lot right there. Also, it's been a pleasure getting to listen and learn from everyone's speeches. You guys have introduced me to ethical issues that I didn't even know were out there, so thank you for that. I think each one of us has gained a lot from this class, and now we understand why it's required for our degree. So, that was my tribute to my classmates, myself, and our instructor. Although it feels like torture at times, like when I wanted to rip up my outline and throw it at somebody, we made it. Again, I want to thank all of you guys for sticking with me through this. Now, let's go bury our books and celebrate. Thanks.